When you're a taxi driver, like me, based in Margate as I am, taking people to the airports all day, every day, there's one thing that's vitally important: pricing. You have to be competitive and you have to earn enough to make a living. And there's one particular thing to do with pricing you have to try and avoid at all costs, otherwise you end up pricing yourself out of the game. VAT, value added tax. Well, it looks like our dear friends Uber might have a bit of a problem. How do everyone? Welcome back to the channel for a Tuesday. Hope you're doing all right. I'm nearly home now. Look, I've got the old seaside view in front of me there. Not unlike the concrete jungle of Gatwick Airport I was at just an hour and a half ago. Well, I do this job regularly and I pride myself on good prices, good working relationships and everything else. Well, Uber have had some difficulties of late, haven't they? One of the things is the status of their workers. You see, as a taxi driver, I'm self-employed. I'm the master of my own destiny. I can work when I like, how I like, or for whom I like. That's what self-employment is all about. The only things I have to trade off are holiday entitlement, pension, sick pay, all that sort of thing. I have to deal with all that myself, but if I, slot that up against the actual scenario where I am my own boss, I wouldn't change it for the world. Well, a bunch of Uber drivers decided they didn't want to go down that road and wanted to be classed as workers, therefore entitling them to sick pay and other benefits, and they won in the courts. And Uber now has to legally refer to them and treat them as workers. I don't want any of that, thank you very much. I'm quite happy as I am, so therefore I will give Uber a clear berth. But this morning I picked up a young boy with his family. He called me an Uber driver. Could you believe it? I still took him to Gatwick though. Anyway, the other problem that Uber now has is this. Because of the High Court ruling, they could have to start charging VAT on all their prices. That means a blanket 20% increase across the board. That means they'll be less competitive. That means people might go looking elsewhere. And that means they could very well be finished, which would please an awful lot of cab drivers everywhere. I know there's the convenience with the app and everything else, and they're in the big cities, but they've certainly slipped up a bit here. And, speaking personally as the owner of a cab business, I don't really want to end up paying VAT because I'd have to pass it on to my customers, and that would therefore outprice me. And I have my setup with my other drivers in such a way where we try and, keep below that threshold as much as we can. And it will be interesting to see what happens to Uber now. Do you use Uber? What do you think of them? Too pricey, too cheap? What are the drivers like? And what do you think of this latest development? One with the workers, which we already knew about, but particularly a 20% hike on all their prices. Are they finished, or will they carry on? Let me know, and I'll see you later with another one. This is a Cabby signing off. Toodaloo.